The cheetah sneaks quietly through the grass. She stalks her prey, waiting for the perfect time to pounce. Gotcha, Moby. Did you know that a cheetah's spots help it hide in its grassland habitat? It's camouflage. What are grasslands? A grassland is a large open area of land that is covered in grasses and low plants. Grasslands don't get a lot of rain during the year like forests do, so it's hard for trees to grow. But there's enough water for grasses, bushes, and shrubs. Grasses have long, thin leaves, and some can grow really, really tall. Elephants can even hide in them. Grasses are some of the toughest plants on Earth. Their roots can grow very deep into the soil to find water. This helps them survive droughts, which are long periods of time when there's very little rain. During the year, grasslands can get hot, dry, and windy. Fires happen pretty often, and they can spread easily. Fires can be dangerous, but they can be helpful too. They burn dead plants and bring nutrients into the soil. Grasses grow back quickly because their roots stay safe deep underground. This allows animals to come back to the area. Grasses provide food for a ton of animals, and other animals rely on those animals for food. Grasses are an important part of the food web, which shows how living things get energy from other living things. Grasslands are on every continent except for Antarctica. The ones in North America look pretty different from the ones in Africa, and that's because the climates are different. Climate is the weather of an area over a long period of time. What are grasslands like in North America? The grasslands here are called prairies. They stretch across the middle of the United States and into parts of Canada and Mexico. Much of the Great Plains is covered by prairies. Prairies are habitats for a ton of wildlife, including coyotes, hawks, badgers, and snakes. Bison travel long distances looking for grasses to graze or eat. Pronghorns also travel in herds and graze. They're one of the fastest animals in the world. Prairies are also important habitats for birds. Birds like sparrows, meadowlarks, and warblers migrate across North America. They hunt for insects and rest in prairies during their long journeys. The grasslands in Africa look really different from the ones here. What are grasslands like in Africa? Grasslands cover about half of Africa. That's a lot of land. The grasslands are in areas with a tropical climate, which means it's warm all year. Tropical grasslands are called savannas. Zebras, gazelles, and wildebeest all graze on the savanna. During the rainy season, the savanna can get flooded. Most plants would die or wash away, but grasses are able to survive because of their deep roots. This means animals that rely on the grasses can survive too. Every year, over 2 million animals migrate long distances to find new grass. Plants and animals are adapted to life here. For example, dik-diks use camouflage to hide in the grass and stay safe from predators. The bee eater flies near large animals so it can snatch insects that fly up as the animals walk through the grass. A few trees do grow in the African savanna, like the acacia tree. It's covered in thorns to protect itself from animals. But the giraffe uses its long tongue to eat the leaves and avoid getting stuck. You're right, Moby. These animals are incredible. But many of them are in trouble. How are grasslands changing? Grasslands are open and have rich soil, so they're good land for farming and raising cattle. People build on the land too. This means animals lose their habitats. The loss of grasslands means that birds and butterflies have fewer places to stop along their migrations. In some areas, cattle are overgrazing, and new grasses can no longer grow. This means it's harder for animals to find food. Today, many grassland animals are endangered, which means fewer of them are left on the planet. But people are working hard to save them. Governments are setting laws to conserve or save habitats. Scientists are finding ways to save endangered animals and help get their numbers up in the wild. We can save habitats just by learning about them and understanding our planet. Ah!